Okay, here we go. Last year and a half of my life. March 22nd, I was fired for no good reason from my firearms manufacturing company in Ontario, California called Warrior Systems and AIM Sports Incorporated. These they told me they fired me because they cannot afford my position, even though I was getting paid $22.50 an hour to cover basically 2.5 full-time positions. I was tech support, customer care, sales director assistant, receptionist. I did everything. They fired me. I found out 3 days later that they put up a new job posting with my two positions that I covered separated, with similar pay range for each one, so they fucking lied. Jacqueline, fuck you. Approximately a week later, after I got fired, my roommate that was living in the house I was living in, he moved out, and another guy from some third world Arabic nation moved in who did not know how to use a fucking toilet and left shit and piss all over the place. At this point, I was dealing with an open wound on my big toe on the right foot for 7 months. I could not live in such a situation with unsanitized conditions and great risk for infection to me and losing my toe. So during this time, I was making complaints to the landlord, and his landlord's wife lost her job too, and I started getting more and more with her about the situation with the roommate crapping and pissing all over the toilet. So it ended up happening, I had to move, and I had to move fast. I moved by myself from Riverside to Victorville. Place I was living at had a staircase, so I had to go up and down the stairs 1,000 fucking times carrying all my shit. I moved by myself in 24 hours. Made 4 trips back and forth. A day after I moved into the place in Victorville, my leg blew up. My foot blew up. I went to the hospital, and they said I had osteomyelitis and was sepsis. And they're going to amputate my toe. And I found that out. Another one of my worst nightmares coming true. I begged and pleaded with the doctor to hack off my leg at the knee, as I did not want to piecemeal this shit out and getting things cut off every fucking year. Well, they only took off half of my big toe. About 6 weeks later, it got infected again. I don't know how. Osteomyelitis and sepsis again. So they fully amputated my big toe. And about 6 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks after that, approximately, I was trying to make dinner one night in the kitchen. It's a wonderful neuropathy, my deformed fucking useless hands, I can't hold on to a damn thing, and I dropped a can of corn on the new big toe. Cracked the nail, tried to nurse it along, and about 4.5 weeks later, my home nurse looked at it and said, "You need to go to the hospital." And where they proceeded to do another amputation and hack off a second toe. That's now 3 surgeries for 2 toes. On top of that, I had to have an angioplasty on my right femoral aorta, where they installed 2 stents, and I woke up during this procedure, right when I'd say they were blowing up the vein or the artery. I woke up and it was like nothing I have ever felt before. Like they were pouring acid inside my body, highly concentrated acid. It just burns. I can tell you right now that my echoes are still bouncing around that hospital, and if you look at that operating table, you still see my handprints imprinted on that table. I had 3 separate PICC lines, so 6 months of IV, of a constant fucking IV running all these different antibiotics that wrecked me. I dropped down to 145 pounds, weak as hell, no energy. It's just, for about 1.5 years, I didn't take a shower fully naked. I always had to cover my fucking leg. Right now, today's the 25th of October, and on the 21st, which would be the anniversary of my last amputation, I found a open sore on my newest big toe, the third toe on my right foot. I don't even know how the hell it happened, but it's disfigured, hooked, and crooked like that from being the only toe there, no other supporting member cast. So, facing the amputation of the rest of my foot. Why they wouldn't just hack off my leg at the fucking knee like I asked them to, so I wouldn't be going through this shit again and fucking again and fucking again and fucking again, which is why I'm here today. I don't want to go through this again. I don't want to go through PICC lines. I have 3 PICC lines and I got a fucking goddamn DVT, one in my jugular, one in my leg, and one in my arm from each fucking PICC line. I don't want to go through this again, be in the hospital, home, can't drive, can't do anything. And I couldn't even afford to if I wanted to. Disabilities run out and Social Security denied me twice. So, on top of that, I got 8 herniated discs in my cervical and lumbar. I need 2 fusions done. The neuropathy and displaced ulnar nerve has caused atrophy in my left hand. And on top with the neuropathy, they're numb as hell. Just everything fucking hurts and everything is going to hell in a handbasket. Nothing is fucking working anymore. I can't do this. I can't deal with the body and the mind and a constant struggle for both, trying to rip each other out of myself. I mean, I had a few everything. It's Murphy's Law is my law of life. What can go wrong will go wrong any way it can. And I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. You live every moment in constant pain. Sit there, have to sit there and pop fucking pain pills all fucking day just to be able to fucking barely fucking move. You sit there and, show you all my pills, but fuck. I have the dream pharmacy and I don't fucking want it. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. So, I'm going out. I'm in Boston, Massachusetts, the last stop, last ride. I got $5 in my wallet, quarter tank of gas left, 12 cigarettes, eight joints. My yarmulke I got when I was at the Shabbat in Hollywood before I left for California, Hollywood, Florida. This has been a great piece, a great lucky piece. Goodbye, everyone.